Hey guys, welcome back. I am the Lone Dog, and this is FtB. I am live recording today, and I'm just going to show you around some of the things that I've done since I've decided to, instead of showing you every single thing I do every time I play, I've decided to just give you kind of an update of what I've been doing since the last time I've played. So let's get on to it. First of all, as you can see behind our wonderful guest Slimer here, you can see that I've removed the brass frames. Now, my original idea was to have the doors open and close with a click of a couple buttons, but the idea became too big and I screwed it up so many times I got frustrated. So I just filled it in with regular spruce, I believe, is the wood I used here. It's hard because sometimes the shadows make oak look different. But anyway, while excuse me, while we're talking about Slimer, my guest, if you didn't see last week's video, you should go check it out. But currently, Slimer here is a guest because No Dice Mike, I got the name right that time, decided to put Slimer into my factory because he thought it would be funny. He thought it would be a good payback for me putting Perry the Platypus in his sick bay. So here we have Slimer. Mike wanted a stack of diamonds, and I'm a poor, lonely old factory worker, owner, CEO of a rather extensive brewing facility. So of course I don't have that kind of money. But what I decided to do is, instead of giving Mike a stack of diamonds, I went and hired some professionals. Meet the Ghost Removers. Hey guys, this is Walter and his crew. Walter, say hello. So Walter here is going to remove Slimer from this facility, right? Okay, Walter, yeah, I know. I don't care. Just get rid of him. I don't want him here anymore. Yeah. Yes, I will pay you handsomely for removing the ghost from my factory. What do you mean? You told me in your email that you've done this before. No. I said there was a giant ghost in my factory. You thought I was... Of course you thought I was kidding. You know what? I have complete faith in you guys. You know? Okay. There. All right. I'll leave you guys to be, and I will show everybody around what I've been doing the rest of the time. All right. So let's go on. Let's see. What do I have? Okay, cool. I just wanted to check my inventory real quick. So, of course, I have done nothing with this floor yet. This is the second floor of my brewing facility. I have no clue as of yet what I'm going... Walter, you're being loud. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, let's go upstairs. I'll show you what I've done up here. This really hasn't been much of a change. I still have we'll go all the way up. I still have 4... Particles must be off. I didn't know it was raining. I still have my 4 wind turbines, giving me plenty of power. At least that's what I thought was plenty of power for what I was doing down here. If you don't know what this is a very power-consuming item called an assembly table and a laser. Now, this laser powers this assembly table to make some really cool things that I'm doing for a project outside, which you can see on my map. Oops, it's not what I wanted to do. You can see on my map. I'm pointing to it. But, you know what? Let's turn my map off. Oh, there we go. Back to game. So, it's in the way. What I'm doing is I'm making some kind of high-tech stuff to go out in the outside building, which I'll get to in a second. But let's go over here. I've got an obsidian chest, which I haven't moved anything into yet, but it is going to be my dust ore and ignite chest once I get it going. I wanted a really big chest, and this is the biggest chest there is outside of another chest that I'm making outside. And if you were paying attention to my GUI over here, you probably already figured it out. I have a crafting table over top of a project table. I like me the project tables. As you can see, this is one of the things I'm working on now, storage cells. I won't get into the nitty-gritty of what I'm doing, but it is definitely something that I found out that I was just looking through different items I could make, and I was like, wow, that looks really cool. Anyway, these items take forever to make because they're really high end. Can I turn that off? Done. Oh, yes! Oh, this is me fist pumping. Almost said that wrong. Anyway, there is, if you can't remember, upstairs there is a battery box that's full. These 3 are full. This takes maybe 2 minutes before it drains all 4 of those, and it is running solely on the power being generated by the solar and turbines. So that is some major power drainage. I haven't done... Oh yeah, I have done some stuff down here. If you can see... I have put some lamps up. I was going to do a whole solar power system where when it got dark the lamps turned on, but I decided against it just because I got tied up into doing something else. I have fenced off my compound to keep out enemies. Every once in a while one will still spawn in some really weird spots, and I still get some problems with enemies spawning. Oh, speak of the devil. Thanks for proving me. Thanks for proving me right. Oh man. Ow. Hit a wind turbine. I gotta watch out for those. I still get some spawning issues up here. As you can see, he kind of got stuck up there. He kind of jumps and spins. It's always a creeper. That's the only thing I get spawning up there. So it's kind of weird. I may put like a torch. You know what? Let's just do this now. Instead of I may put a torch up later. I'll just put a torch up now. See? All right. I have flax for a reason. I'll get into that in a second. I've got these little funky things, which I just kind of like the look of, so I put them out. They give up Harquin seeds is what they're called. Henquin seeds, I can't pronounce that, but they give Henquin leaves. Now 4 of these, one of these make a twine. 4 twines make a piece of string. And I will get into the need for that in a moment. And of course, my other giant, well, not really giant, but big, quad rows of, I really hope you can't hear my computer. It is making some loud noises. Anyway, fields of flax. This is a chest of flax seeds, which I have no use for at the moment. Over here, I put up these little guard towers, but I came up with a really neat idea last night while I was laying in bed, couldn't get to sleep. I had a really neat idea, so I'm going to end up taking this down, and probably the one over there behind this tree. I didn't expect the tree to be in the way when I turned. To take those down and do up 2 right here, but and then I'm going to take out this beautiful, God, I love the looks of these trees. I want to take this tree down and plant it somewhere else because I love the look of the autumn brown trees. They're so neat. Oh, sweet brown autumn sapling. Cool. I'll plant that somewhere else. And I'm going to actually I've decided to make a almost like a delivery entrance. You know, I'll have 2 of these buildings side by side, and then I'll have a gate going up and down in the middle here. So that's just me planning ahead. It's just an idea that popped in. What the hell? That's probably not good. I turned the lights off, but they're not all off. I'll have to look into that. That's weird. That shouldn't be doing that. I think you can tell how often I turn the lights off. So I'll have to go check on those guys in a little bit. But over here, I've also decided I was originally had this just connected into the side of the building, but I've decided, since I work around back so much lately, to go ahead and extend this fence and put some things back here. Now, in my last video, I'll get into that in a moment. It's pretty cool. In the last video, let's go downstairs real quick. This in here hasn't changed. Oh, there has been some small changes down here. We'll go down here real quick. And this is our brewing room, which is actually going to get moved up into the room where Slimer's hanging out right now. Once he is done, I will be able to, forgot what I had in here. I'll move these guys upstairs, have a whole more extensive area for brewing. Right now, all I have is honey mead, so short mead. So these guys are going to be the next step of Bone Dog Brewing. If you remember in the last video, behind this wall, I had a room of stuff. There was, as you can see, there's actually now a real light there. I decided just to fill that in for a couple reasons. One, I really got tired of going down there every time I wanted to do something with the items I had down there. There was a maciator and some stuff. You may not also remember, but I had a crop mater, whatever the hell they're called. Stupid name for it anyway. In a greenhouse out here. That thing never worked correctly. So I took it up. I installed a rolling machine, a plate bender. And when I did, I must have done it incorrectly because this son of a bitch blew up almost everything down there. So after rage quitting and coming back in, collecting all the items that were left, I decided to move all that stuff out here. This is our printing facility. Now, you're probably asking yourself, why the hell does a brewer need a printing facility? I will be honest, I don't know. Let's go fill that in before someone falls in. That is a fucking hazard. So, where's my dirt? Dirt. Oh, there's my dirt. Okay. These chests are just full of miscellaneous crap that I haven't found any home for yet. Mainly what was left over from what was downstairs. Some building materials for the building that's behind me. I found a cherry. Some extra materials needed. Yeah, I haven't moved in any of this stuff into the building yet, but I'll get to that. There's that piece of crop made prawn. And then these two are just left over from the greenhouse that basically was useless. So once I find a home for all this stuff, they'll be moved into here. I know exactly where I'm going to put them all, but I just haven't gotten around to doing it. Before we move into the print... Oh, I didn't answer the question. Why does a brewing company need a print shop? You know what? Screw you. I wanted a print shop. So, I'll get into that in a second. Over here is my... As you can see, I've got bees flying around. Very lightly, I got bees flying around. Let's come under this tree. My aviary, it's not a lot. It only does one valuable bee at a time. But that bad boy sucks out sucks out everything in here. And then it spits it up to this pipe, which splits off. Bees go back into the apiary. And then all of the combs come over here. Now, this is cool because this used to be one single chest, and then it started coming to the end, and I'm like, I could either take everything upstairs to be processed, or I can stick another chest on. I decided to do another chest. So that chest, once this gets moved out into the brewing area, then we'll go from there. All right, over to the print shop. Let us go in here. Over here is where I now have my compressor and extractor. Must have thrown some rubber in there. Which are powered by these 3 solar panels, go into an MSE down here. So I can keep track and charge up stuff if I ever need to. MFE, sorry. An MFE, which feeds those 2 guys. But also, this is our printing shop. I have our computers where we literally, computers we type, and then we print. It's here. And then once we get a nice, and we save everything on our floppy, giggity. Once we get a book, we can come over here, and I haven't messed with it yet, but theoretically, we're supposed to be able to put a book here, and it makes copies. So what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be creating propaganda. So I'm going to have brewing propaganda. Now, during the creation of this building, I made the 2 side buildings first. I was going to do 2 side buildings and then build up in the middle, but then I was like, wow, that's going to look like a penis, and I don't want a penis building. So I built backwards, and let's go up. And it started looking like a penis. It looks like a broke penis. So I'm actually, I'm going to take this side building off over here. I hate that door. No, I don't. I'm going to take this building out because I don't need it whatsoever, and I'm going to put some trees out there. I decided earlier I'm just going to take these trees out. So that is that. I hope they're doing okay up there. So let's see what else. I encased this whole area in with a fence. I'm actually, I was thinking earlier before I started recording, I was doing some mic checks and stuff to make sure my recording comes out, and I really didn't even check to make sure this recording comes out. Shit. Hopefully I don't have to redo this. I'm thinking of making a turbine forest back here because the power that I need to run my laser takes way more than I generate. And if you watch closely, they're barely moving, and that is basically how it's been the last couple of weeks. I don't get a lot of power out of the turbines anymore, so I'm a little bummed out. However, I figure if I make a bunch more and then put them somewhere, I'll be able to bring the power back, but, that kind of stuff gets expensive. So I haven't looked into that too much. So let's see here. What else do I have to show? Now you're probably asking me, well, these things here, it's a part of the secret door pack that's a part of Feed the Beast, the one we're playing the ultimate. And I forgot to show this. Shit. One thing at a time though. And I really love the idea of one-way glass. So my buildings look like they're just solid, but I didn't want the feel of it being solid inside. So these one-way glass really do a fantastic job of giving me the look I want without having to compromise the design of the outside of the building. I really dig it. I really like the look of what it comes out with, even though I haven't put out lights up here yet. I'm still using torches. And you can see the torches hanging on the side of the building. It's a little weird, but it's still, it looks cooler than it would with just brick all the way around. So, okay, let's go into this room. I don't know why I didn't show you this earlier, but we'll go into this room. And this is I don't have a sign up yet, but this is going to be my museum/gift shop. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Lone Dog Brewing is going to have a gift shop. Hell yeah, you're going to be able to buy our propaganda books and our 2014 calendar and all kinds of stuff. But the museum pieces are going to be shown here, and I'm going to do some other stuff around the room. But right here, this is LDI. I'm trying to read the initials. LDI, Lone Dog Incorporated Brew, first bottle. This was the very first bottle to come off of the brewing facility that I have set up. There's a fly in here. So, hold on, let me drink. I'm not professional enough to drink without people noticing, so I just go, I'm going to drink. So when you hear me go, you know what I'm doing. Over here, I can't show you what's over here. So, you're probably wondering how I'm stepping over stuff, but I don't care. So I think that about handles it. Let us, the reason I have the flax goes back to my wind turbine farm. If I farm wind turbines, every wind turbine literally takes 4 stacks of string. Now, I'm not being like a huge pain in the ass. Have I showed you guys this place yet? No. Anyway, it literally takes 4 stacks of string. So the flax, when you break a flax, I'll break one because I don't want to harvest the whole row yet. You get 4 pieces of string and enough flaxseed to put like 3 or 4 more plants down. Now, while that's cool and all, you need a really big flax farm to handle that kind of stuff. Now, I could go through and do a whole automated flax farm, and it could just pump out string and flaxseed and replant it and stuff. I really don't want to do that. I don't like getting into the full automated stuff until, unless I really want to get technical and really want to get into that kind of stuff. I'm not to that point yet, because I still like going around, and I still like walking around my property here, because when I do, it's literally like, I know it sounds really stupid to say this, but it gives me a sense of, okay, I'm back. Not only was there a phone call, but there was a server reset, so I had to chill out and wait around for it to reset. So anyway, I forgot what I was talking about. I killed a creeper right before I got back in. So, let's see. What else do I have? What is he doing? Puppy! What? Hey. What are you doing? Get your head out of the fence. What? I wonder about the dogs in this game. They're not the brightest. Stop. You want in? Here. I don't... Damn it. Piece of wood. Or whatever that is. If you want in that bad, just go in. There's a hole right here. Holmes. Okay. I'm afraid of hitting you. There. I broke my fence. Dude, are you... Seriously? It's like that song, you know? Sign says trespassers will be shot on sight. Dun, 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 you know, and what gives you the right? You know, anyway, he's like protesting. I've never had a protester before. I have wolves protesting. I think this is your fault. So, what the hell was that? What the hell was that? It's like an explosion or something. This is not good. I cannot handle another explosion up here. There's no... What the hell? Oh my god, the floor's... Oh my... What? Oh my god, okay. I have to call him. I have to call Hector. Or was it Manuel? Oh my god, I forgot his name. Okay, hold on. It's ringing. It's ringing. Hey man, wait. Listen to me. Wait, stop. What did you do? Okay, I don't care if he got bit or not. Okay, just take him to a doctor, okay? The swelling's probably normal. I've never been bit by a ghost. I don't know. But what the hell am I supposed to do with the mess that you left? What? I don't care if you don't have the proper permits to clean up this stuff. It was a part of the deal. Okay, let me check my contract. I know I have it around here somewhere. Okay. Right. Okay, let's see. It's a par 2. Person does not have... Oh. Okay, removal but not... Removal of ghost. But this is still ghost. doesn't look like a ghost. What the hell am I going to do with this mess now?